But we do have a couple of guests as well. Alex from Aim and Build Consulting and Development. Welcome, Alex.
Thank you.
Glad you're here. And Dusty's iPad is in the house. So
I'll figure out how to fix that.
And Dusty's at the beach though.
yeah. He's got a woman coming out of his head, it looks like.
That's my bride in the background there. We had some fun over in Florida.
So did you actually, whoop, he fell. Okay. So Dusty, did you guys fly out to Florida and find a place to tie the knot on May the 4th?
We actually just brought in a wedding party over to Tubbs Hill.
Okay.
So we did it right there, and there were 0 guests. It was only the wedding party, so it was like a mostly elopement because we're not going to let COVID keep us down.
Sure.
So we're trying to stay as close to that 10-person maximum as possible. It was outdoors, plenty of room for people to be 6 feet away from each other and all that jazz. So we just hiked to the little spot overlooking and did it right there, and did some rock climbing and went home and then flew off to Florida. So
nice.
Where they're all opened up, the beaches are open, and it was beautiful.
Nice. So with 10 people in the wedding party, from one end to the other, it was about 100 feet, right? So if you're
in theory, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
that's what it was.
That's what it was, 100 feet. Actually, we are not meeting at our office. No, we've been doing our Zoom meetings, of course, every Tuesday for our team meeting, but we started doing daily huddles Monday through Friday that just last anywhere 15, 20 minutes. And so those have been good to check in. Although in Idaho, because they are opening a little faster, we have had a couple of our Tuesday team meetings over there the last couple of weeks. With smaller groups, of course. I mean, we can't get all 60 people there. But it's been really good to finally start seeing people again, live, in person, and not just as I pass them on the interstate or on the highway on my motorcycle. So it's been good. So 9 people, and I know Mike is kind of stalking us down there, but he's at another appointment and going to hang with us as long as he can. Looks like maybe Elizabeth from Data Pro Solutions also here. So hello to her.
Yep.
And
hello.
It is Elizabeth. Welcome. And Jennifer Ferrero's in the house.
Whoop whoop.
Hey JF, what's up?
I'm good. Everything's good.
Good. So 6 members and 3 guests. We're going to have a rockin' party. Let me share my screen with you guys, because I've got the meeting plan. I sent it out a little bit later today. I've just been crazy slammed at work. I don't know what you see on your screen. Do you see kind of a split level between Zoom and the meeting plan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Good. So yeah, with the meeting plan, for those of you visiting, our 3 guests, we are going to have a minute or 2 to go around the room and tell everyone who you are, what you do, and how we might be able to help you through this crazy time and beyond. But I like to start off our meetings with our question of the week. And for this, we'll go around and let everybody mention what they feel is their best answer. And this week is, what is your best marketing tip of the day? Something that you're either doing and finding great success with, or you've heard about, and so you're excited to try it because you think it'll be successful. Just curious to hear what you guys are doing. Let's share with one another. Yeah, how about we start with you, Anne, since you're, that side of me.
Well, I don't know that I have anything very successful yet. I did launch a Facebook campaign a week ago today. Impressions and all the data looks fairly good, but I am not getting any phone calls, so that's different. But I am getting traffic on my website, which is good. That's really it. I don't really have anything major.
So So in your Facebook campaign, what is it that you're highlighting there? What is your ultimate outcome wanting to be with it?
Virtual office space.
Okay.
And it's a video. So typically you get a little bit higher results, better results, I should say, not higher, with video. But I haven't ran a campaign in a long time. So I just don't have a good feel on what the results are yet.
Okay. All right. And it just started a week ago. Okay. So doing a video through social media. I think that's excellent. Which I'll go last and I'll throw in what I think is my best marketing tip of the day. And then it's going to tie into what you were just talking about. So, all right, let me see if I point, it's backwards on my screen. So I'll point down here to Mary Ann. Hello, Mary Ann.
Hello. Well, if I knew marketing as well as I'd like to, that might be what I do for a living. But so what we're doing, I'm just trying to keep in touch with people and keep, just the communication lines open, making sure that our supporters know where we're at, what we're doing, and what we're planning for the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, we're doing it mostly through our e-newsletters or email and social media. And then we're also trying to just really keep people engaged. So
Gotcha.
social media.
So social media, text messages, email?
Email and social media.
Okay. Gotcha. Email and social media. And how do you feel that's been working for you?
We've gotten some pretty good feedback, so it's, I think there's always room for improvement, but I think it's working well. So.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Well, I stretched out my screen, so I don't know if you all are in speaker view or gallery view where you see all the gallery. Well, you see my screen, I guess. Let's go down that way again to Dr. Dick Brantley.
My world I'm in the automotive business, so our world's been a bit crazy. We were just allowed to have service, and sales was not open. We couldn't sell any vehicles at all. Just recently, we were allowed to sell cars, but you can only have one person in the showroom at a time. A lot of restrictions. I mean, in fact, one of the ones that is almost laughable, the people, if they were not allowed to have our clients sign with one of our pens, they have to bring their own pen.
Wow.
It's just ridiculous. So anyway, obviously with those restrictions, marketing is a challenge because I don't have the big dollars. Normally we would be buying 3 television stations on a couple of radio stations. So for now it's social media, and I'm really targeting people, because obviously we can target in a certain geographic area. We can target the people who are our prime customers, and I spend money on boosting it. I mean, that's huge. Facebook especially, they limit, used to be everybody who was a friend would see it. Now 10 to 12% at the most. You have to boost it, but
Yeah.
you can choose. So that's working. It worked for service. We let people know that offered some specials, and we had some good direct response. Sales, we're just kind of into that, but we're getting response. So it's just challenging because they're not even allowed to take a test drive.
Really? Wow.
We got to show them everything on a video, and then they've got to pay their $50,000 on a hope and a promise. So anyway, I'm showing a little bit of my frustration. So I love marketing, but we're handicapped somewhat. So anyway.
Yeah. Well, those frustrations, though, Dick, they're the same frustrations I think that a lot of people are are feeling. I mean, I can't speak for everyone in this room, but I would be willing to bet that everyone in this room has felt that or is currently feeling that as well. So, I mean, it's good to air it out and be with like-minded people.
Yeah.
So, well, good for you. I try to keep up with your TV commercials too, from Becker Buick. So
There's a voice that we use that sounds a lot like you.
yeah.
Like it is you.
Wow, funny how that works. And where was that? Becker Buick GMC?
Yes, yes. 6 Box EC division on Sprague.
That's right.
But I don't want to promote that. I mean, that's, yeah.
No, that'll be during your 60 seconds of shame in a couple of minutes. I mean fame, not shame, fame.
Now I'm down to 10 seconds.
That's right. All right. Well, again, with the changing of the screen, I'm going to again go that way down to our guest, Alex from Aim and Build. Alex, welcome to the group.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so we're not a marketing firm, but marketing is part of what we approach with clients. And I would have two answers to that question. My first one is that I think an aspect of marketing that people fail to integrate quite often is that marketing is research. There's not one cookie cutter format or solution that will work for everybody, or even for everybody in one profession or everybody in one area. You really have to keep trying new things and see what converts in sales or in appointments or whatever it is that you're selling. The second aspect that we also recommend to clients a lot, and that we apply to ourselves, of course, is that marketing is nothing if you don't have the metrics that go with marketing. So a lot of companies or professionals tend to be savvy in posting, but they don't have a reporting scorecard that really tells them, hey, when I post this thing in yellow for that audience at that time, this is the result I get. And when I post this thing in blue for this other audience in red and at this other time, this is what I get. So,
Sure.
So yeah, this is what we're trying to do. So I'm trying for my own company, I'm trying to be present everywhere and really see what works and where I get engagement. And it's not going to necessarily be the same at every given time. So, so my answer is that I don't have an answer. Is that it's really an ongoing. I think it's an ongoing process.
Of course. So, but is there anything new that you're trying or that you have tried because of this whole new way of doing business?
So I'm very new to the chambers of commerce, and our business is pretty new too. So for me, like getting to know people, having personal relationships with them, what we're doing is pretty complex. It's really hard to define in a short sentence, but getting to know people and understanding where they at and where their business challenges are is the best marketing for me, because we can assess if we can help them or not.
Sure.
We're never playing games. If we can't help, we'll tell them and we'll recommend someone who can. But the diagnosis part is the most important for me.
Sure.
To know people is the best marketing.
You know, I don't know if you've had the opportunity to meet him yet, but in the chamber, there's another member named Kurt Stockwell, and he owns a web company, Well Dressed Walrus, but he also does story brand coaching to help you develop kind of that 1 minute, that one liner to focus your message to get quickly to people. You might talk with him.
Yeah. So I was in a group where he was yesterday, and the reality is that we train companies in story brand too. So I have a 1 minute, elevator pitch and all that stuff. I just prefer format where we can, a free discussion format where we can get to know each other. But
in just a few minutes, we're going to put your story brand 1 minute to the test, because we're going to we'll be going around the room for everybody to introduce themselves to do that. So, all right. And we didn't have anyone leave that I see, but somehow the screen shifted and I still get to point this way again, down to Dusty's iPad. Dusty.
All right. Eventually I'll figure out how to fix that. Sorry, guys. So for me, the biggest challenge is really just keeping in contact with the audience because now from the Banner Bank side, things are really strong with the PPP loans. We were able to issue over $1 billion there, and it's just a matter of really staying in contact with our clients, hitting the phones, hitting the emails, and just doing everything we can to make sure people are taken care of. And that's been the best practice there. What I'm just now starting to work on the light feed side is just making sure that we have that constant story going on social media, because people are going to, for one, everyone's hungry to get out and do something. And so we are needing to make sure that we engage our clientele and engage the either current dancers, past dancers, and future dancers that don't even know it, that they haven't started up yet. But really, it's just utilizing the social media touches to get a hold of those people. And I think that's what everyone's experiencing right now. You can't see anyone face to face. You can't shake any hands. You can go walk side by side on the Appleway Trail over by the garden, or the garden trail as I call it, and make that happen as long as they're 6 feet apart. But for the most part, it's really utilizing the social media.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Very good. Thanks, Dusty. And first time I get to point right here. How about you, Jennifer?
Oh my gosh. Well, now I really feel Brady Bunch about this whole thing.
Here, I'll look. Everybody look towards Jennifer, wherever you are on the screen.
And don't break the song.
What?
I was going to say, yeah, and don't break into the Brady Bunch song.
Oh, it'll be stuck in our head all day now.
Well, I heard a great marketing tip this past week. I listened to a Darren Hardy webinar. And how many of you know Darren Hardy? How many of you have heard of him? Yeah, he's a pretty smart guy. I recommend picking up his Darren Daily tips. They come to email, and they're generally pretty smart, like 4-minute videos. So anyway, Darren Hardy said, be the painkiller, not the vitamin. He said, look at your customers, your client's greatest need, and solve that problem for them. And the thing that we did in action, or the action we took, I should say, at Action Coach, we love the word action over here, is we assessed our website and rewrote the entire website, all the copy, to focus on you and what your needs are as a business owner. And so that's what we did to make a big change. We've done it with our marketing, all of our marketing materials. And so we're really having discussions. How do we serve as the painkiller and not just a vitamin for our customers, and help serve their greatest needs?
So the marketing tip that I would take from that you're giving us is, being that painkiller instead of the vitamin is, you've got to be a sharpshooter anymore and really cut to the chase and find out what could be paining people, and help offer them that solution right away, that value of it. So good.
It's true. And if I might add one more thing, he talked about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And he said 8 weeks ago, we were all at the top of self-actualization on the hierarchy of needs. Now we're all at the bottom, where we're just needing safety, protection, security, and at the most base level. And so he said, think about your prospects at that level and how they're feeling.
Well, what it reminds me of is every time there's even talk about this whole lockdown being extended, people get scared all over again. And, I tend to take on the mindset of I will live cautiously, but not fearfully. I'm still going to go out and do the things that I need to do in order to, keep my life happy and surviving, and for my family and myself, my friends, even to a point. But I'm going to be cautious about it. I'm just not going to be afraid to get out and do it. I think there's a difference in those two. So.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of fear out there. That's for sure.
Yeah. Very good. So thank you, Jennifer. And Super Dave, what's happening, brother?
Hey there, guys. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. Sorry, I was jumped on a bit late, so I just popped on. Didn't know if you were there or if you knew I was there. Marketing, yeah. So we've got a lot actually going on, and we're a bit fortunate. And I think I've said this on another call. So we're obviously a franchise, one of the Snap Fitness. So we're part of a much larger organization. So we have at our fingertips just a really tremendous library of good social media content that we can push out. One of the things that we're missing now that we're closed is we haven't been able to put really the personal touch on it. Before when we were open, we were doing a lot of personal videos in the club with the trainers, with the members, those sorts of things. So now we're sort of relegated to using the kind of the corporate branding content, which is okay to keep our name out there and to keep us relevant, but it's not delivering a lot of value. It's really just, it's like putting out magazine glossies. So it hasn't been, I don't think it's terribly effective right now, but we're still staying pretty active at it just to keep our name relevant and keep everybody, remembering where we are.
Sure.
To pick up on the point, I think it was Jennifer was just making. So I just got done reading listening to a really good audio book about marketing. It's called, probably can't see it, but it's called the one page marketing plan. Alan Dibb. It's quick. It's not a long listen, but he makes a point in there when we were just talking about Maslow and the hierarchy and what people need. He makes the adage that sell people what they want, but give them what they need. So people oftentimes don't understand what they need, but they know what they want. So that can be a bit of the conundrum, right? How do you craft your message in such a way that I'm speaking to what you're asking me for, but I'm going to deliver something that I know you need. Mm-hmm. So that's a bit of the balance, right? That's a bit of the secret sauce. So sure. we're trying to spend some time in understanding how do we make that part our whole delivery, our whole message.
Yeah.
So that's kind of one of the things. One of the things we've discovered recently, and we're spending time reaching out, just touch-ins with all of our members. We signed up with a program, Slide Dialer, which we just recorded a voicemail from all the members of the club. Goes out to all our members, say, hey, we're thinking about you, wanted to check in. Send us a note, let us know how you're doing, sort of thing. And it just goes out and goes right into people's voicemail box. So that's been pretty effective. We've got a lot of good feedback from that.
Cool. Very good.
Yeah, some good
Very
things.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So Marianne, are you still with us or did you have to slip away?
Nope, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. How about you?
Yeah, I keep my computer keeps jiggling around and it's getting distracting. So that's why I keep trying to get it to sit and it's like, I don't know. Anyway.
No, that's okay. My middle section does the same thing. It jiggles around. I get distracted. I need to go to Dave's as soon as he opens.
Oh, you're funny.
So very good. So because we've jumped around screens, have we already asked you about your marketing tip? I think we did. No?
Who, me? Yes. Yes.
Okay, I thought so. The screen, speaking of jiggling around, the screen's jumping. All right, so Mike is next on the list, and he's in a place where I don't think he's able to talk, but he has put in a couple of items in our chat room. So I don't know if you've seen that yet, but he says he's personally been writing thank you cards to present and past clients for thanking them or to thank them and being involved with their services, thanking them for looking at his services and letting them know he's been thinking about them. Yeah, good. Those personal touches like that, I think are pretty key, whether it be thank you cards or, pretty much anything else. Then, before I get into my little tips, we have Elizabeth down there from Data Pro Solutions.
Yes, I'm here. Hello, everyone. How are you today?
Great. Any marketing tip that you've been finding successful?
Yeah, quite a few, actually. I had a minute a couple of weeks ago to actually really dive into marketing and really benefit from some of our large manufacturers that we sell, who have marketing gurus and are professional. Unfortunately, then all my customers want things suddenly, so I've been buried and haven't been able to actually move forward on a couple of the things I started. But kind of excited. One thing I started was a series through one of our manufacturers, Zebra Technologies, that really talked about how to do marketing well. And one of the main things I got from that was really about storytelling. And I think everyone would agree that when you hear a good story, you remember a good story. And so, I mean, a lot of times in my business anyway, we're looking for the pain. How do you solve the pain? We're given facts. We're doing a case study. But, you know, trying to turn it more into a storytelling event can make a big impact. And one of the things she references, if anyone's interested, is if you go to YouTube, there's a video called The Wolf, starring Christian Slater.
Okay.
And HP, it's actually about HP printer security, but it's, you know, 6 minutes long, and you actually want to watch the whole thing. I mean, you get that engaged that quickly, even if you're not really interested in printer security, because it's so well done. Now, obviously, not everyone has an HP studio or Christian Slater backing, but it gives a good example of that kind of storytelling and how even if it's something that you don't need or want, you can instantly become engaged and curious about it.
Sure.
So that was super helpful. And then Jennifer, who I still owe an email to, Jennifer, she and I got together and actually, you know, went through, you know, where we might find some opportunities through referrals and things like that, and actually linked me up with someone from the aerospace industry who has a magazine. And so again, that story theme kind of came up, and he's actually embedding video into his magazine from the digital marketing perspective, which I think is very powerful. You know, video, you know, especially as we're kind of, you know, still distant, you know, watching a video can be more engaging than a flat thing you read.
Sure.
And then lastly, we actually, I received from HP actually authorization to sell something that's technology, but nothing we've ever sold before. And I did a little small campaign to kind of test it out of our CRM, and I've already sold 3. So,
wow.
And what it is the new HP temperature verification kiosk, which for the food industry and people who are opening up and being able to, you know, kind of vet people, make sure they're not sick coming to work. And it could also be used in like a casino or even a gym environment, right, where you want to check guests, make sure they're not coming in with a temperature. So pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, I kind of said, well, I'm going to throw this out here and see how it does. And I probably sent 12 emails and got 3 orders. And yeah, so
Nice.
I'm trying to get
amazing.
back to sending more of those because that seemed to be a hit.
Well, good.
Just kind of, you know, really, you know, kind of just making sure that I'm, you know, looking at other opportunities that, you know, we may not have sold before that are new to this current environment.
Yeah. Well, good tips and good job on getting those sales. You know, you stirred up the emotions for them. Not that you're ambulance chasing the lockdown, but you are taking advantage, finding those pain points, and then helping people with solutions to overcome it. So good job. Good job there.
Thank you.
So, you know, a couple that came to mind for me in coming up with the question of the week really comes back directly to what I'm doing now with Haven Real Estate Group. And, you know, if you're not real familiar with how the inner workings of real estate works, typically, you know, you find a buyer, they decide, yes, I want to buy that house. They work through you, and it's at least a month-long process. Because of inspections and all the things that have to happen. And so, you know, looking at just the last 30 days in Spokane County was the first real measure of what's happening because of the lockdown. Because prior to the last 30 days, you know, they were working off of numbers pre-lockdown. So in Spokane County, as general, you know, real estate business, they're down 8.8% in the last 30 days over this time last year. However, comparing side by side, what we're doing, we're up almost 30% over the previous 30 days. So, I really started thinking, what are we doing maybe that's a little bit different that's helping our business to stay up while the entire industry in our area is down? And one of the big things that we push with all of our agents, whether they're independents or team members, and several of you have mentioned videos. Anne put a video out there on Facebook, and she's now waiting and seeing how to best promote that. Dave mentioned the videos that corporate has out there. And one challenge I'd like to make to you, Super Dave, is to take that a step further and not only use the corporate videos, but why not do one of your own? Of you in an empty gym maybe that says, hey, we're missing you. Can't wait to see you right here at this machine, and point it out. And put that on Facebook. But one area that a lot of people I think overlook in utilizing their videos are through text messages. How many text videos have you ever received? Probably not a lot, if any. I have received very few until this pandemic hit, because I'm encouraging, as well as all of us are encouraging our team here, do a quick little 15-second text video. Hey, Dick, I'm sorry that I can't talk right now, but I've been thinking about you. Hope you're having a beautiful day. And send it as a text. He's likely to watch that. And if he sees it pop up on his screen as a video instead of just a regular text, he's probably more likely to open it up right now to say, hey, what is this? What's going on? But that's one of the marketing tips that I really feel has helped us stay growing and going. And I'd like to challenge each of you to give that a shot. And if you're like most of our agents, they don't like the idea of doing videos because they're not comfortable with it. They're not familiar with it. But the more you do, the better you get and the quicker they are. So, send one to me if you want to just test out the waters. And I'll say, wow, that was awesome. Even if it wasn't, I'll say that was awesome, but try this. No, I won't be overly critical, but I would suggest that, give it a shot. It can't hurt, right?
Okay, Jim, watch out. You're going to be getting all kinds of texts.
I hope so. In fact, I'll, if you don't have my phone number already, I'll put it in place of my name on my picture. So yeah, I hope to get at least 8 text messages. No, 9, because we have 10 participants here. 9 text messages today of a video text, just to so you can try it out and see that it won't kill you to do it. All right, so I realize we're running off schedule as far as our plan goes, our meeting plan, but as it turns out, our 2 speaking spots, neither one of our speakers showed up today. So we have extra time to, really solve the problems of the world, at least in our world, the best we can. So with that, now that we've been together for close to 40 minutes, I would like to go around the room again, and everyone can introduce themselves, since we do have some guests, and let us know who you are, who you represent, and what it is you're looking for, maybe something that we could help you with either right now or long term. I will set a timer for 1 minute. If you need to go a few seconds over, I won't yell at you too much, but if you get the stink eye, that means, all right, it's time to wrap it up so that we can move on. All right, so starting over here, there we go, with Anne. Hello, Anne.
Hello. I'm Ann Long with Liberty Lake Co-working, and at Liberty Lake Co-working, we provide a professional work environment outside of your home that will allow you to get your important work done while being inspired by like-minded professionals. Currently, we are promoting our virtual offices, and if you're in need, let's say you currently have an office and you decided you need to downsize, we can provide a commercial address for you and receive your mail here for you. We can also provide a package that includes conference room space. So if you need meeting space, we can provide that in that package as well. So, and long Liberty Lake Co-working.
Cool. Very good. Well, thank you very much. And I will go to the other side over here, the virtual background. All right. Dick Brantley. How are you, Dick?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. I'm, I guess, I've retired a couple times, so, but I've landed at Becker Buick GMC. I handle the advertising, marketing, but I can sell a few cars, kind of work on the commercial side of of business. Always been a car kind of guy. So I love having worked at KXOI for a number of years and with an advertising agency. I love the marketing side of it, and we've done a lot of things with different nonprofits to kind of create this feel good. I think sometimes automotive dealers have this, I don't know, maybe not this kind of reputation that we'd like to have. So we've done a lot of feel good things with Meals on Wheels or Toys for Tots. So we're always looking for a nonprofit to get involved with, but I'm going to go over it here. I got to make this quick. So anyway, handle the marketing, Becker Buick GMC. I still help people with some marketing on the side. If somebody's interested in buying a car, or if they even they're buying one from a private party, I can give them we can give you I'm going brain dead. I can get the value. I can look up through CarMax or Carfax, excuse me.
Oh, okay.
And, do that for you for free. We buy them we do it in a bulk. So if you ever need to know the value of a certain call, all I need to know is the VIN number. I'm getting the stink eye. Okay. Anyway, obviously I need to work on my 1 minute deal. Over and out. I love these meetings. Take care, everybody. Be
All right. Thanks, Dick. We appreciate it. We know that Kurt does the story brand marketing, but now we know Alex does too. So why don't we cut down to that way, and we'll hear from Alex. Hello, Alex. Oh, unmute.
There you go. I was trying to unmute myself too. Yeah. And yeah, no, we're not a marketing agency, but we work on the general message for companies. Can I say something to Dick though? That you didn't do a 1 minute thing, but I know that I would like to come and see you when I have a car for sale.
Okay.
Like, I think there are some limits to that 1 minute thing. Sometimes it's really about the personality of something, and that's it. I'm sold. So yeah, so I'm the founder of Build Consulting and Development, ABCD, and we're a consulting firm. So the idea is that every organization out there has challenges, and leaders cannot be experts in every discipline. So what we've done is that we've created a team of business experts, and we try to identify what's been holding your business back. Once we've done that, we help you clarify the roadmap and define a real strategy to reach your goals. So we don't tell companies what they should do, but we ask them where they want to be, and then we help them get there.
Okay, gotcha.
We work in a variety of fields, so we don't specialize in medical or hospitality or manufacturing or anything, but yeah, we work with all of the above. And the other question was, what we'd like to get?
Yeah, what can we do to help you out?
Generate discussions. Like, I like to talk with business owners, leaders, and understand where are they challenged right now. And I'm not a salesperson. I'm more like, hey, do we have a solution for you? Or if we don't, again, I'll be happy to refer someone else who does.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it's really discussions with business owners trying to understand where they're challenged. And the last thing that I would add is that we in the current crisis, we've been helping businesses a lot try to understand how they can. Okay. So we're trying to help businesses navigate the current crisis and how this can actually be an opportunity for them to make the changes that they haven't made. Like, what would you do if you were a startup today?
Yeah.
What would you do differently? And also a portion of that is HR. We help with HR. And how do you use your PPP loan effectively?
Sure.
Things like
Alex, what if you'd like? I think you have my email address that I was copied in on your invite here. If you have a flyer or something that you'd like to send along, I will be happy to post that in our Facebook group for you.
Thank you.
So sure. So welcome. Glad you're here. All right, let's check in with Dusty the Magnificent, his title now says on my screen.
Oh, that's new. Dusty the Dancing Banker. So I am a branch manager with the Millwood branch of Banner Bank. And so right now doing a lot of lending, helping people that are having challenges. Oh my gosh, you actually had Dusty the Magnificent. Wow. So we, anyway, have been helping a lot of people with the SBA loans, which has just been awesome to get to really see that impact on saving people's jobs, saving people's businesses. And it's been, for all that we've had people working 24 hours a day for about the last month straight, it's been wonderful to see the results. Big thing that's going on with Banner Bank is just we are lending. We're still doing home equity lines and loans. So if you have any construction contacts that are having trouble getting their clients funded, please send them our way. We'll be able to help them out. And then on the dancing side, so I also own Light Feet and Country Swing LLC, coming up with some changes there, building a loyalty program, which we're really excited about. And I'm going to be meeting tomorrow to look into and see how that, and just kind of changing the way that our pricing model works, which is really exciting. And then as far as that goes, if you guys don't know who Light Feet is, it's a dance company that we teach swing dancing, line dancing, two-stepping, 10-stepping, salsa, East Coast swing, West Coast swing, ballroom. If you need Scottish Highland dancing, I can get you Scottish Highland dancing. So we do weekly classes, not right now, obviously, but as things open back up, we do fitness dancing. And then of course we do events, DJing, which is actually what my ask for the group is today on that front, is when you have your big blowing the doors off, grand reopenings and all that jazz, I would love to be your DJ. We have amazing high-end sound equipment. We come in, we make sure that everyone's having a good time. We MC the events. We provide the music ourselves. So anything you need to support your event to get your voice heard, we'd love to come in, provide lighting and sound to make that happen and make your event really stand out.
Very cool. I know you do a good job with those things. So good job, Dusty the Dancing Banker.
Yep.
So. All right, Jennifer, how about what's going on at Action Coach? Tell us about you.
Awesome. Jennifer Ferrero with Action Coach Northwest. And big news is we just moved into a new facility. Actually, Ted moved into a new facility. We're still working from home right now at the Spokane Home Builders Association. And a beautiful new office. He did a virtual tour for us today with his computer. It was really fun. So he's excited and in the new office.
Where is it?
Huh?
Where is it?
Spokane Home Builders Association building. It's right off of Sprague, kind of by Spokane Racket Club down in the valley. I don't know.
When you're coming off the I-90 exit onto Appleway, it is on the right-hand side, right on the curve.
Thanks, Jim. On there yet as an office, so I have no idea. All right. Yeah. One of the things we're doing right now that's really fun is, as some of you might know, I'm a writer in addition to doing business development with Ted. And Ted always likes to play upon people's strengths. And so he asked me to call business owners and interview them for free and do write-ups on them for our next newsletter. And I'll give you a little, if you own your own business, I'll do a little profile on you, put your logo in the newsletter, and you can get some free press out to all of our contacts, and we've got a pretty robust list of clients and contacts. So please contact me. Thank you.
Nice. That sounds pretty cool. So, and free marketing right there. There's your marketing tip.
There you go.
Call me. I'll write an article and put your logo in our next newsletter. Cool. All right. Super Dave from Super Snap Fitness.
Everybody, Dave from Snap Fitness. I own currently one location over in Valley, the New Post Village development, in the parking lot of the Barney's Whole Foods is where we've located. We've been open at that location now since, well, let me rephrase that. We opened that location in January. Opened it for a couple months before we had to obviously shut it down because of all this. But if you haven't been by, if you've never seen it, it's a beautiful facility, brand new, ground up. It was a dirt floor when we moved in, or when we leased it. It's really a beautiful space that we built out there. So I would encourage everybody to. Brantley is one of our diehard members, and he's just chomping at the bit to get back. Yeah, I guess, what I'm always looking for is that, we have our vision. Our vision is really to build what we'd like to think of as the premier fitness facility in the region. We have bit of an older demographic, and it's requiring us to think a bit differently about how we deliver the experience versus what you would think of as a traditional gym. We're certainly not a bodybuilding gym, but we are looking at diversifying our offerings to accommodate our memberships a bit differently. So yeah, come by, check us out.
Cool. And what phase are you? Phase 2 or 3 under Commandant Inslee's? You're phase 3. Okay.
Phase 3.
Yeah.
Phase
You're
3.
after you go through the gumdrop forest. You passed that phase.
Do you like that post?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So Marianne. Hello, Marianne. Again.
Hello again. So Marianne with Elevations, a children's resource therapy foundation. We help children reach their full potential. So we had to make the difficult decision to cancel our Stash Dash, which was scheduled for June 13th. So we decided to not postpone it just because there's so many things that have been postponed to the fall. We decided to just concentrate on 2021 and really just focus on the Ghost Ball. We're hoping by October 24th, everybody will be ready for a great big, and we're going to put it on. And if for some reason we can't put it on, we're definitely going to go online with it. And we have lots of fun ideas that we're working with there. So we're thinking of ways that we can help some of our partners. And so one of the things we've been asking for is that if people will purchase gift cards from local restaurants that they love and maybe donate them to Ghost Ball. In the past, so many restaurants have supported that event. And what we do is we just put them on a tree and sell them at face value. So that's one of the things we've kind of been reaching out, working on a little bit. We've also decided to go ahead with our spring grants, which we were really nervous about. We were afraid we weren't going to be able to do that because our fundraisers, support those, but we are going to go ahead. Our deadline is May 22nd. We're going to be doing our awards on June 5th. So very excited there. And
Cool.
a shout out
Nice.
to the bank. Thank you. We bank with Banner and you guys are the best. So you really helped us get through some of this stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. So excellent. And I know
Jim,
Dick. Yeah.
Jim, can I say one thing? The one thing that I really miss about being able to connect in person is sharing contact information. Is there a way to do that to kind of get, especially the guests? I know everybody that's in the group, we have that. So.
Yes, there is a way to do that. And what I can do is those of you who are visiting, If you would please send an email to me with your contact info, and it looks like Alex just put it maybe in the chat as well. There you go. And Dick, if you want to add that to the chat group, but also if you'd like to send an email to me with all of that info, I will put it in our Facebook group as well as a post. So I would be happy to do that. So good idea, Marianne. Thank you. All right, Elizabeth from Data Pro Solutions.
Hi, everyone. It's Elizabeth Huckabee. Sorry about the lack of video. I have some technical challenges, which means I have to unplug 20 things to get my laptop video, but thank you for your understanding. So I've been in technology for over 20 years now, and work for Data Pro, who provides several different technologies in the areas of mobile solutions, as well as human capital management, which encompasses timekeeping and payroll and HR software, and then also networking services. And something I thought I would share with the group that I learned today from our network services manager in our meeting was that if you are thinking at all that your computer is not going to last for maybe up to 2 years at this stage, or a server in your facility, consider talking to us. Apparently, and it's kind of horrible timing in any case, components are not available right now. You cannot buy memory. You cannot get hard drives. They're basically like unavailable everywhere. And if you haven't looked at computer prices, your standard desktop is up to $900. And so we've all been used to this very inexpensive buy a laptop for $400 scenario. Well, everything has changed with the lack of manufacturing in China. So just a heads up on that. I was pretty shocked to hear that information and hadn't really been paying attention. Yeah, so very interesting. And so I tried out my new career last night. Decided to see how it would be to be a hairdresser and use clippers for the first time on my unsuspecting husband to try to do a fade, which I'd watched on YouTube. So that was super fun. I don't know if he has a hat on today. It could have been worse. But he has a lot less hair on his head. So I think overall, we achieved that first trial. So
well, good. Everyone survived so far. So
yeah.
well, good. Well, thanks for the tips, Elizabeth. And Ann.
I have two quick things. Elizabeth, thank you so much for the shout out regarding that job at Dabicon. My son is happily employed there now. So thank you very much. Oh my
gosh, that's awesome.
And secondly, to Marianne, for those of you who shop on Amazon and you don't use the Smiles program, consider using Elevations as your Smiles. How do you say that, Marianne?
Yeah, it's the Smiles. It's smile.amazon.com. It's the same website, but you can choose a charity and Amazon will donate to Elevations. So thank you very much for that, Ann.
Yeah, I changed mine to Elevations and I think it adds up quick.
It does, yeah. And
so
and
they
Amazon,
donate a certain amount per purchase. So
right. And Amazon is cooking right now. So this is a great time to do that.
And one last thing, Jim, is I did order PEC plexiglass for our space. So if anyone is needing plexiglass, number one, my research said that the pricing is all over the place. Contact me and I can give you where I went. But secondly, it's going to be another one of those resources that is not going to be available for very much longer. Mm-hmm. As of next week, I think the wait time is about 3 weeks.
Wow. So if you need it and you want to open in the next 3 weeks, order it now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, and this is Elizabeth, and shout out to Dusty as well. I've worked with you at Banner and also love Banner Bank. They've been great to work with, and so thank you. And last time we talked, you only did country dance, so I'm super excited to hear about your salsa option.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, hey guys, we are out of time. It is 1 o'clock, so I will take my 60 seconds of shame at our next meeting. Not like you haven't been able to see the logo the whole time anyway. So, yep. There's Snap Fitness. There's his membership card. Okay. Anyway, I really appreciate getting to see you. You know, even if it's not in person. I really appreciate seeing that human interaction between all of us. It's been nice and a little bit different kind of meeting today, but I hope you feel the same way, that it was a good one, because we got to learn about one another, how we might be able to help one another build our businesses with purpose, on purpose. And that's really what we're all about. So thank you to our guests for coming in, Alex and Dick. We sure appreciate it. And for all of you regular surfers of this beach, we'll be back in 2 weeks for another rollicking rendition of the Greater Valley Networking Group. And Dusty, thank you, sir. I didn't mention you as a guest when I said thank you, but because you seem like family. But in addition to being the dancing banker and undefeated heavyweight MMA fighter, Dusty also leads the East Valley Networking Group that I hope you all will take advantage of being a guest at his meeting sometime. So thank you all very much. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Let me know what I can do to serve you in the coming weeks.
Thank you,
Bye,
Jay.
everyone.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
Well, thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.